This is a Raspberry Pi which has Kali Linux installed on it. We're going to use Pumpkin Pi to create a wireless access point to conduct wireless attacks. We have connected a network card which we'll use as the access point whilst using the internal access point for internet. This is the software now running on the Raspberry Pi. To set it up, we'll need to go to Settings and select the external wireless card. Here you can change it to a known access point to devices in the area. So usually you would want to put it to something which people are likely to connect to, such as Econet Wi-Fi zone. And if there's one close by, you can clone the BSS ID to make, and if people have connected, they'll think it's a known network. So once you have selected all your settings, you just have to click Start and the access point will be made. On your devices now, you could see the wireless access point we have made. For demonstration purposes, we have named it as Pump Access Point. So that'll connect and it will give internet already because we're using it from the other network card. So now on our computer, we can go to Station Monitor and we will see that this device has been connected. So we can get a little bit of information such as this device is an Android, so you can assume it's a cell phone. You got the MAC address and the IP address. But this is not enough information to do anything. So if you go to Monitor Activity, so we can prompt on this down arrow to get more information. So information we can get is which Android version this device is running. So in this case it's 7.1.1. And this build here, E6883, we can do a simple Google search and it will reveal that this is a Sony phone and this is the actual type of the phone, which can give vulnerabilities in these devices and the software, and you can exploit it according to what you want to do. So if you go to the device now, and we fill out a request. In this case, we're going to go for an HTTP request first. So we'll get that this device is trying to visit this website. But this access point will only read what you're doing within websites if it's HTTP. It does not work with HTTPS. So this is a downside of this tool. So this device is now currently trying to access HTTP options, and there's not usually a lot of HTTP websites out, so it actually takes longer to get HTTP websites as there's not enough copies existing. So if we go back to the screen, we can see all the requests coming through. But if you were to change this to an HTTPS request, which we can do simply by changing the URL, by simply typing an S, it's now HTTPS. And if you hit enter now, you will see it's taken much faster to actually collect these packages. And if we go to our screen, we can see that we haven't received anything so far as the HTTP request, which is the last one. There's no HTTPS which has come through, which says that HTTPS cannot actually show up. That's why it's important to use secure protocols. So another tools which this software can provide is if we go under modules, you can have Wi-Fi deauthentication. So this will allow you to remove other devices off this network. So you can conduct a scan, select the device which is on the network, or you can enter a custom MAC address. But we'll leave this for now, as it usually takes time to find all devices. The second one is a Wi-Fi probe request. So what devices do when they're looking for Wi-Fi, they constantly send out probe requests to see if any of the known access points are in the area. And so if you were to see one, so if you were to run this tool will be capturing those requests and will tell you that this is the certain types of devices this tool is looking for. DHCP starvation attacks work when you're already connected to an access point and you want to use up all the available space on it to prevent actual users from using it. So this is more of a DOS attack. So if you start the attack, it will use random MAC addresses to connect to this device, to your wireless access point. So when a legitimate device tries to connect, it will be disconnected immediately. So then there's also other tools such as Phishing Manager. So what this allows you to do is allows you to set up a website or clone of a website on this device. So you can set an IP, a port, and you can forward requests to it. So this will allow you to harvest credentials or even falsify information. The Windows Update tool allows you to exploit a system which exists on computers where they can receive updates from the network. So if you were to select Windows Update and put an exe file here, devices on this network can then receive that exe file as a Windows update and install them automatically. That's only if the setting is enabled on those devices. This will also work as a Java update or Adobe update. And that is currently all for this tool. So there's many ways you can use this tool, as you can take a lot of information and you can use it to your advantage, such as you can create a custom website which will entice someone to buy a certain product, or you could install malware on remote devices.